Hi folks, Aaron here. Welcome back to the anime review. Today we're looking at Dame X Prince Anime Caravan episode 4, which, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I love this show so much. No one talks about this show, and it bothers me so much that no one is even mentioning it, or the reviews for it have been not that great. It is probably one of the best reverse harems I've seen in some time, just because it's so freaking funny. Like, legitimately, I was cracking up when I saw the scene where Narek was first introduced to that little pink, I can't remember the thing's name, but that little pink fuzzball, and he's like, what is that? And, he introduced himself, or she, or whatever the hell that thing is, and they just had a staring contest for a good, maybe half a minute of them just going back and forth, and it was so freaking funny to me, because legitimately that just ends with him going, huh, I don't know what that is. It's just so stupid. I love that sequence. And be honest with you, like, there were several great moments of this week's episode that just made me legitimately laugh out loud so hardcore. And it's very rare for a reverse harem to make me laugh. Like, I think Kiss Him Not Me was one of the few that I was cracking up when I was watching it quite often. But some of my favorite parts also when the whole sequence with the boar near the end of the episode happened, and we had the prince coming in to save the day because Ani had tried to save the day from saving the little kid from getting killed by the boar, or hurt by the boar for that matter, and the little pink thing did not do anything but cause a banana peel to go in front of her, so she fell. That was ridiculous. That wasn't really funny, it was just ridiculous. But then the prince comes in, Narek, and he just flat out does all this really flashy crap that legitimately just ends on a thing of where he causes the boar to slam into a tree and knock himself out. And he's like, look at me, look how great I am, in the background while everyone else is talking. And you had that one guy, Riot, come in and he's like, I'm glad everyone's okay. And then he walked away. I was like, where were you? We saw you before hiding, but... Oh, and I didn't really focus on the actual concept. This week's episode, really the whole thing boiled down to just them all meeting in Ani's kingdom for the first time. And, her kingdom really, for the most part, is not a grandiose place. It's very small, it's country-like. There's nothing to it. They're not really rich people. Her family, at least for the most part, does have some wealth, but everyone else is farmers and etc. So it's very interesting to see all these princes who come from a lot of money, and especially Narek, who is used to nice bedrooms and all this other stuff, going into a not even a lavish place. It's a really small, accommodating room. And he's like, you think I'm gonna sleep here? Oh, and then when he got the feast and they all had horrible food that they hated, for example, Narek hating carrots and Mare hating octopus. That whole sequence is funny because, these are cheap foods. These are foods that aren't super expensive. I don't know if you guys realize that octopus is actually pretty, calamari in general, if you go to some places, it's expensive, but for the most part, it's not the most expensive thing you could buy. It's getting, I think, pricier now as time goes by, but it's not a super expensive meal to get, so that's why it was interesting to see that. But I think that the whole sequence was really cool, and it showed that despite their differences to different countries, they were all getting together pretty much for the most part near the end. Beginning a little bit touchy with, how, for example, Mare was talking to the one, that wasn't actually, it was Narek and I forgot the dude's name. He has blonde hair, so I apologize for that. But he was talking to him about what they would do differently with that country that Ani's from, and he's like, I would establish this giant turret system over here to block enemies and all this. And the other guy's like, oh yeah, I would make a giant cathedral. It's like, well, who cares what you guys would do? This is not your kingdom. It's her kingdom. It's her parents' kingdom technically, but it's not yours. But I will say I really enjoyed it. So the good about this week's episode, very funny. It just had some of the best moments, I think, from the show so far, and overall was just very enjoyable. Bad about it probably was that nothing really happened. We had all of them get together for the first time, I think, which is kind of interesting, but it wasn't really I want to say, huge thing of plot. It wasn't really meant to. I thought in the beginning we'd have some plot when all these giant explosions occurred, but it was just some silly thing that really wasn't even a big deal. I legit thought, oh man, maybe this could be some action or something's going to happen. And it turned out to be nothing. But anyways, what did you guys think about the episode? I would love to hear from you in the comments below. As always, guys and girls, if you like my reviews, think about hitting that subscribe button and hitting the like button too, and sharing the video around. Check out my Patreon, I have various awards and stuff like that. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a brilliant, blessed day, everyone. God bless you all. Bye-bye, everyone.